You the one who knows technology, not me. I just put a little filter on, brighten it up. Okay, let's go. You ready? You the one who know how to edit and stuff.
Yeah.
Now I feel weird because I can't see this.
Right. That's perfect.
All right, you ready?
Yeah. What's going on? It's TK the Agent. Welcome back to my YouTube. Today I'm with one of my co-workers, one of my co-agents, colleagues, all of the above. I'm gonna let her introduce herself.
Hey y'all, it's Deja Raven here. You know, we just out here in these real estate streets today.
Yeah.
Nothing major.
Yeah. So we got a topic that we're gonna talk about today. That topic is: should a buyer be considering buying a house in this current moment? And I guess we just gonna talk to each other and kind of talk about why we think somebody should or should not buy. So I don't know her viewpoints at the current moment. She don't know mine, but we're gonna talk about it though. So I guess I'll start it off and give one of my first reasons why I think somebody should or should not. And I honestly think somebody should be considering buying a house right now. And my main reason is increase the inventory. So I remember last summer or 2 summers ago when the pandemic first started, inventory was being snatched up like crazy. I had at max like 6 customers, and I can only get a few of them, you know, a house. The rest of them, you know, offers were going in on houses that they like, you know, overnight within, you know, first hours of the property hitting the market. And it was hard. Inventory was, you know, real small. It wasn't a lot to pick from. So I would say that would be one of my number one reasons why I think somebody should get in the market right now and consider buying a house is because of the increase in inventory. Like each city has a major increase in inventory. There's a lot of homes to pick from. And yeah, it was a nightmare trying to help people find houses with a small amount of inventory to pick from.
I agree with that. I also feel like it's a good time now because it's not as competitive. Like before, I would definitely say, listen, if you were trying to put an offer in on a house, you may have 30, 40, 50 people, you know, that you're competing with. And people that got money, like they'll put like, oh, 20,000, 30,000, 50,000 over the asking price and everything. But now I feel like it's less competitive and people are actually getting under contract now, which is a good thing because we know the little interest rates are a little higher than what it was before when people were getting like 3-4%. So that has put some people out the market, so it's not as competitive right now. So you can get under contract. Like it's a great time because listen, and then now I know during the pandemic, nobody, like no seller was like, what? You want me to contribute? Sellers closing costs or what? Oh no.
Yes.
But now I'm seeing like sellers like, all right, look, I'm gonna give you a little, you know, I'm saying a little something just to get the, you know, to the closing table. So I definitely think it is a perfect good time to buy right now still.
And not to piggyback off the sellers trying to give closing costs a little bit more willingly now, a lot of them are actually willing to reduce the price. So when we were in that heart of the pandemic and people were putting these offers in on properties, they weren't winning because people were going over the purchase price or the asking price. And right now that's not happening. People aren't, you know, putting extra over, you know, on the asking price. And I've even seen like new construction, new build properties say in the description, price reduced. The highest I've seen so far was $125,000, which I thought was like, dang, that's crazy. Like you really put that in the description, like you reduce the price of your asking price of $125,000 down. I thought that was crazy. So right now you can really negotiate like 6 months to a year ago, like just negotiate what?
Come correct.
Like negotiate what? It was none of that right now. So now I even have buyers that was like, you know, and as an agent, like we work for the client, so we listen to them, but at the same time, we know the process, like in and out, and we understand that no situation is the same as another buying situation. So I had clients, they were saying like, we need to ask them to reduce the price by X amount of dollars, and in my head I'm sitting there like, I already went over that they received offers for $25,000 over their asking price, and you getting ready to tell me we need to ask for closing costs or asking the purchase price to be reduced? Like, that's mind blowing. So right now you can negotiate. So all those people who watch HGTV and they see people negotiating, getting prices down, or you probably read old real estate realtors posts from 2016, 17 saying that they negotiated this down. Like, that time is over. Like, real estate is a cycle. It changes, and it don't wait on nobody. So, but for those who like to negotiate and want to negotiate, now would probably be the time. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree. And I've been talking to other realtors. They're like, well, we didn't even add, we didn't even, our offer wasn't even like the list price, and we still got under contract. So
yeah,
it's here. The negotiation is more of a thing now. I would definitely say, as opposed to even a couple months ago. And it's crazy because how the market can really like change so quickly. Like a couple months ago, it was this, but now, oh no, we ain't even in that same game no more. Like, even the comps, like looking at comps 6 months ago, probably not the same kind of comps because you had a different buyer that had, a different kind of interest rate and things like that. No, that was different. You know what I'm saying? You could have sold that back, but you can't sell this same thing now. So
let me sum it up so far. So you can negotiate purchase price now. You can negotiate closing costs. A little bit more inventory on the market to select from. I remember like helping buyers in the heart of the pandemic or prior to the pandemic. Like, we're going in properties, and I mean, these properties were ugly. They were not move-in ready. They needed a lot of upgrades to be done. But now you're seeing a lot of properties hit the market where they're move-in ready. Have you experienced the same thing?
Yeah, a lot of remodeling going on. Because before, like you said, oh, this is as is. Like, you gonna take it or leave it, baby. Like, that's how it really was. But now it's like, all right, we may not fix it up, but we gonna give you some money to fix it up for and things like that. So
yeah. Oh yeah, and just to throw something in there as well. So we work with one of the largest real estate firms in the nation, which is Metro Brokers, Better Homes and Garden. We actually have programs. If you have a property that you want to sell, we have programs where we can front you the money so you can get your property, in a better state, better condition. Upgrade the kitchen, upgrade the bathroom, change the carpet, maybe paint it. Maybe change some cabinets, add some granite countertops, something like that. That way you can put a little bit more value at the property when you list it. So we do have programs. And both of us could assist you in either one of those, selling, buying, or if you need some money to get your property up and running or in a better condition to hit the market. So we could look out for y'all in that way. And I also have a moving company as well, TK Movers. We located in the state of Georgia, but we do local and long distance. So if you use my real estate services, I could look out for you guys, get you a good price on the moving as well. No matter if it's long distance, if you coming from out of state, it don't matter. I have resources in different states that can assist you guys with that too.
Yeah, and I feel like, for the most part, it's always a good time to buy real estate. So it's always a good time, and especially do it now, because more than likely it'll go up in value.
That's true.
So even like me personally, I bought my house like 3 years ago, and it's definitely going up in value with these prices. And I feel like it's Atlanta, like we are in Metro Atlanta, and it's a good. I don't know, like people like, oh, it's might gonna be a crash and then. Not in Metro Atlanta, at least. I know, all these major companies moving here. Their headquarters are here now. Like, it's gonna, if anything, it's gonna go up
Yeah,
What? So,
definitely. Yeah, like I always said, like I remember people used to tell me when I moved down here years ago and getting older, like this is the Hollywood of the South, this the Hollywood of the South. And I mean, we asked for it by saying that for so many years. Have you ever heard somebody say that? It's the Hollywood of the South?
Hollywood of the South. I mean,
Because they have all the entertainers that come here,
yeah.
and you know,
Our movie industry is definitely growing.
the
And,
movie,
yeah.
the movie industry is definitely growing. We got major studios coming and buying land here. We have a big time director in Tyler Perry that's already stationed here. So this is somewhat of the Hollywood of the South. Like you could go out any day in the city of Atlanta and run into, you know, an entertainer or celebrity or something like that, somebody who has a lot of status. So with saying all that, you know how the prices are in California. Like you can see a small house out in California that's $1 million. So I can see Atlanta getting to that point where it is the Hollywood of the South, and the real estate is gonna catch up with that because you do have people that's migrating here and buying houses, you know, cash because you know the prices aren't as high as different states like California and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
yeah.
And let me tell y'all another thing why Atlanta is so hot. I feel like because it's a great location. We don't have like these major like hurricanes and like snow, like blizzards and stuff. We have the largest like airport, like you know what I'm saying. So it's really good perks to be in the Metro Atlanta area. I've heard that, I forgot what they call it. You know the technology that they got over in California.
Oh,
they say,
Silicon Valley.
yeah, they saying like
yeah.
Atlanta, like all these tech companies coming here and stuff. Like it's the best.
They migrating here because I'm telling you, California. I remember I went to San Diego and you know I went and visited one of their real estate office out there, and man, like small houses, like houses that were probably 1,000 square feet going for $1 million. So these people that's out in California who have these big tech companies who are just part of tech and work for Fortune 500 companies, those companies are like, well, I can better recruit people if I can take my tech company and put it in a state that's more feasible, so I can recruit these people out of college and they don't have to come to a place like California and be paying a lot of money to just live. So now these companies are coming to Georgia and they're being able to recruit these people to come to the state of Georgia, and they're able to buy a house for, you know, fractions of the price of what they were buying if they were in California. So I agree with what she's saying. Like it is becoming a tech hub. Like we got Microsoft here, Apple is growing here.
Google.
Yeah, Google is growing here. The Mercedes-Benz, I mean, it's not a tech company, but it's growing, and they probably do need a lot of tech people inside of their company. So they have plenty, you know, different hubs around the city. Like the one I like, you ever been to the one off of Abernathy in by Perimeter Mall? They have a really like Mercedes-Benz has a really nice like building. I mean, it's nice. Like you can see it from the highway. You got the big Mercedes-Benz. It's almost like a little small stadium, but that's where they go to work, and the engineers go work there. So it's nice, and then they got nice living out there as well. That's outside the perimeter, but it's really nice, and it's still close to the city. So even if you don't stay in the city of Atlanta, if you move here. Like if you just go maybe 15 minutes outside of, not even 15 minutes outside the perimeter, like maybe like 5 minutes to like Brookhaven. That's not
Real nice.
that's close. North Druid Hills. Is that inside or outside? That's inside.
Yeah.
That's inside. So actually outside we need to be like Doraville, Chamblee, Tucker, Sandy Springs. All those areas are like beautiful. They popping. Like what's some areas you know? Like she stay like south.
Focus on the south.
I'm in the north. Like I still.
So like, and I've seen like South Fulton is definitely there's money out there, and it's so crazy because back before people be like, oh no, I don't want to stay out in College Park. But now, baby, can you afford to live in College Park? What?
That's actually, I seen some houses in College Park. We might need to show y'all some property tours out there, because there's some really nice properties. And you're right, people used to, you know,
Yeah,
be a little snooty,
like, I ain't moving out.
like College Park, yeah. But now College Park coming up, now they got the Porsche,
And Hapeville, yeah.
which is not far.
No, it's
from,
like, yeah.
like what, 15, 20 minutes?
No, it's not even that. Like, cause it's Tri-City, so it's East Point, College Park, and Hapeville. It's like all of the, and those are good, cause it's right by the airport.
It's right by the airport.
Right by the airport, so.
Tri-City is one of the legendary cities for who?
The
what?
school, yeah.
Now, what's the best artist that came out of
It's
Tri-City High School. I think.
Yeah, Tri-City High School.
Outkast.
Outkast
Yeah,
definitely
Outkast went
did.
to Tri-City High
I know
School.
Candy,
Yeah.
she went there.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of,
It's a lot of, a lot of rappers came out of that College Park area.
Yeah.
I believe Gunna's out of that area. 2 Chainz, I know Gunna, I know, man. And it's so sad what's going on, but hey, man, wrong is wrong, but hey, we ain't gonna get into that.
Right.
We're realtors. We're doing a realtor blog, not an entertainment blog. But
That's next episode.
I know, right? But yeah, they, 2 Chainz, Ludacris,
Yeah.
all these people came out of that area. Did Monica come out of that area?
I don't know.
Not sure. I believe, don't quote me, I believe Monica came out of that area, but
It's
yeah.
not
So
surprising, though.
these areas, they coming up. Like I sold a few houses out in College Park too, and they sold quick too. They sold really quick. So I like College Park. Shout out to College Park. You got a house in College Park and you looking to sell it, and you get one of us a call. But yeah, we're gonna get y'all some property tours next. So we're gonna look on the market and see what we can get. It's probably gonna be somewhere in the city or down in like South Fulton or like College Park.
Yeah, and that's so crazy because I didn't know, honestly, I didn't know South Fulton was coined up like that. I had went to one of their events. They had helicopters out there. I'm like,
Yeah.
y'all got money out here.
Yeah,
So
they
like,
doing it.
definitely. And I feel like it's still close. Like you very close to the city. Like me, I live right in the city is no, and then it's convenient because you got all the interstates right there. You go on 285, got 20, not too far, 75, 85. So it's definitely a convenient location. I feel like I'm rooting for that side, the neck of the woods.
Dang, like, hey, we really might need to have this like a part 2 because we done went from talking about why should you buy a home to why the city of Atlanta or just the Georgia period is a place to be, because it really is a vibe. I can't even lie. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Shout out to Milwaukee. Nothing against Milwaukee, but it's a small city. A lot of people, they get caught up in things that not necessary. Not saying Georgia don't have these cities or places, but Georgia's so big that it's so many different pockets where you can stay. And where I'm from is really like, boom, like right there in the middle of Milwaukee. That's it. So like Georgia, you got some areas that I like. We was over there the other day. What is that area called? Little Five Points.
Oh yeah,
Little Five Points. It's a vibe over there. Yeah, we got one of our fellow Metro brokers, realtors. She coming in.
You come over here, you're gonna be on the camera now.
Yeah,
I'm coming to crash the party.
Come
Oh, okay, look, go ahead. Come on up.
Come on. Yeah, let's we'll get some of your viewpoint. Let me make sure the camera's still rolling. Yeah, we good.
See all of us.
Yeah, let me see, make sure. Oh yeah, we good. Yeah, we good. Let me make sure this one.
This is Jewel, y'all. Go ahead and introduce yourself for the people.
Hi, my name is Jewel Colton, and I've been a realtor almost 15 years. I work in several areas throughout the metropolitan area, and I love real estate.
Yeah. Okay, Jewel. So we started out talking about like why should someone buy a home in this current moment. So we gave our viewpoints already on why we think somebody should buy a home in this current moment. So what do you think? Like why would you advise somebody to buy a home in this current moment?
Because it is an ideal time to buy a home now. The interest rate is going crazy, but prices are going lower. So you might pay just a little bit more in interest rate, but you're getting a lower product.
Yeah.
So it's good to go ahead and do it, and perhaps if the interest rates go down lower, you can always refi.
Yeah. See.
And you can also buy points down. There's things you can do with the interest rate so it won't feel as harsh as it is. But the interest rate and the difference that you would pay in a mortgage now is not as much as if you wait a year or so. First of all, we don't know they said it could go up again,
Mhm.
so you don't really know.
Okay.
You're just playing with it, but we do know
Mhm.
prices are going down.
Okay.
So that's one thing you can work with.
Yeah. That actually was one of both of our viewpoints on why we think someone should buy a home at this current time. Some of the other things that we talked about was inventory, the increase in inventory. So
Yes.
when the pandemic, prior to the pandemic, in the heart of the pandemic, did you have any clients, and were you having a tough time like getting some properties that actually look decent and getting them?
It's very hard getting that contract to go binding.
Yeah.
During the last couple of years.
Right.
Because you have so many people, there were so many people, whatever house you like, 10 people like it.
Right.
And everyone's going to do what they're most capable of doing and paying for. So prices were going crazy.
Right.
But now we're getting to more of a calmer area, calm environment.
Mhm.
So people are able to make an offer and hopefully go bonding. It's easier than it was 3 months ago, 4
Right.
months ago.
Right.
And the prices were escalating.
Yeah. So do you have any like particular areas that you vet, like that you like to work?
I would like to say my license is good for the state of Georgia.
Georgia, yeah.
But-
Well, I would, no, all right, no. Seriously, no. I'm the same way. But this is why I'm asking. This is why I'm asking because I focus on like two cities, and one of them is Stone Mountain, and the other is Duluth. So it's two different counties. But I remember looking during the pandemic, and I mean, literally, it maybe say like 60 homes,
Right.
like anywhere from 30 to 60 homes listed, and in any given time prior to that, it would be like 120, 130.
Oh, yeah.
Did you notice that in the areas that you like to vet?
Yeah. You're talking about the number of homes that are on the market
Then and versus now.
Okay. So, my area I would really say is more Midtown area.
Okay.
I do inside the perimeter.
Okay.
And I will go outside the perimeter.
Right.
And I will go, because you meet a person and they ideally always want that wonderful house inside
Right.
the perimeter, but then they find out that
Prices.
or what they really want, because they want
Yeah.
that big yard,
Have
they
more
want,
land.
they want more,
Yeah.
you go out. So you
Mhm.
stay with that client and you
Right.
go wherever they need.
Right.
So, I've gone pretty far.
Right.
I'll go up 75, I'll go way out 85 on both sides,
Right.
So, and in doing that, because I've been in business so long, I know more about the areas.
Yeah.
How to get around, what that neighborhood has to offer.
Yeah.
So, yes, but the product, inventory.
Mhm.
So we're getting a little more inventory because houses are not necessarily going under contract in 3 days or coming out under contract.
Mhm.
A lot of that was happening. So we are getting more inventory, but there's still the fact that there's still some competition.
Right.
So you gotta weigh all these things when you're looking at, when you're looking at a property for a person to make an offer on, and you have to take all that into account. You can't just generalize, because it depends on where that property is located, what day that is,
Yeah.
you have to put all that in the parameters and trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
And there's always your CMA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to do your comparisons and know what to offer. So,
Yeah.
but it's easier for people to get that property that they love now, even though the interest rate has gone up.
Mhm.
It's easier for them to get bonding.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and one thing I just want to add. So they said now, during the prime time, pandemic, they was like, you didn't really even have to do much to a house if you had a listing. Like, you could put the listing up with no photos, don't do that. But no photos, and you had offers on the house. They're like, now you really got to go back to selling these houses.
selling
Yeah.
your
Like,
property.
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely different. So, and I got my license during the pandemic, 2020. So, that's really all I've seen, and even that short period of time, I have seen a difference. And I know you said 15 years, so
Yeah.
I know you done seen a lot.
Yeah. Well, when I came into the market, it was right before the big drop.
Right.
And the big crash, like '08. So I came into the market then, so I never knew at that time what good was.
Right.
So I was like, oh, this isn't bad. So,
Right.
So yeah, but like you were saying, at that time, the big difference that there was 125,000 homes on the market at one given time. That's a lot of competition.
Yeah.
So it's kind of opposite. Where now, you have very few. So it's a difference, and you learn through the years how to maneuver through it. So it's always a challenge on the realtor side, and just putting that property out there is not always the best thing. If you want a quick sale, one needs to look at the product they're trying to sell and make it look its best. You make it look its best, you will get that offer, sooner than what you may have thought.
Yeah.
So, it's out there, it's all available. Just give me a call.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So we asked you that question. I think the next question we asked each other was, what is your favorite city or like area in Atlanta, Metro Atlanta, Georgia, period? Like, where do you like to hang out? Like I said, mine was Little 5 Points because they got food, they got shopping. It's a nice vibe. It's not far from the city, so after I get done with there, I can go to other places.
Yeah.
Like, what about you? What city? Would you
I would
introduce
say-
somebody to if they've never been to the city of Atlanta that you like to go to?
Oh, like when you have guests in town
Yeah,
and everything.
and you want to impress them, you want to take them somewhere.
Yeah.
Not the varsity.
Yeah.
That's a tourist spot.
Don't take them to the
Shut
varsity.
it down though.
I'm not doing
It
the
is-
varsity.
not that.
No, I'm thinking more maybe somewhere in West Midtown
Okay.
area. It depends on the person, what they like in the areas. Decatur, city of Decatur. I was just up there last week, had a great time.
Yeah.
Hey,
So-
that definitely changed.
Yeah, there's lots of little pockets,
Yeah.
Chamblee has its
Yep.
own thing going on, and, they're doing a lot of building over there in Chamblee,
Yes, they
so,
are.
so it's lots of little pockets and little areas, I like trying different things with different people, and it all depends on who you're with and what their likes are, Nothing can be just put in one little cup and call it quits.
Right.
You have to
Yeah.
customize, or as the guy said earlier, personalize.
Personalized. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So West Midtown, but then also, Decatur.
Chamblee,
Yeah.
is good up Brookhaven.
Right. Or like you said, you would just catch the vibe of the person, and
Catch
then
the vibe
you will
of the
see,
person.
okay, I should
Yeah.
take them over here to this area.
Yes.
Because we got plenty areas that's gonna accommodate so many
Mhm.
different
Mhm.
styles of people,
Yes.
so many
Yes.
lifestyles.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like for me, even though I'm from here, I'm not really a city like. Listen, if I gotta find parking, pay the parking. Listen,
Yeah.
Atlanta, y'all know Atlanta, the
Yeah.
parking is not. So look, catch me out.
Outside the
Yeah,
perimeter,
look,
yeah.
outside where I can just pull up real quick, park my little car,
Let's get up out of there.
Look,
Yeah.
but yeah, I definitely